sense to impose that regulation then. And at the same time, and going forward, we take a second track to go forward, consistent with the input about, you know, defining what we see the Heritage Center to be. And I think that I would like to hear what more of the residents in town, docents of course, and people who may stop by there, and just the ideas like the ice cream social and so on. And if we decide that, okay, it's going to be considered, you know, the Heritage Center at Comerica Field or something like that, or park, we could do that. But
I make that motion.
the motions for the Arrowhead Points, Activity Park, Kelly's Playground open from sunrise to sunset. Trustee Walsh, Trustee Hinshaw would make that, and Trustee O'Loughlin second. We can do a voice vote, I believe, here.
Yeah.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. The opinion of chair, the ayes have it. So, council, would you prepare ordinance consistent with this discussion tonight? And we'll have to go forward with the other input regarding the Heritage Center. Questions and or comments from the audience on any of the matters that, anything other than what we've discussed already on the agenda? Back first, Mrs. Metz.
Hi there. I'm just looking forward to the next conversation or an update on 65th Street. Did you work it out? When we talked about street maintenance, I was kind of wondering if that was going to come up. Where does that stand, or can we expect an update at the next meeting?
Hopefully I can give you an update at the next meeting. I have no response other than to say that I have sent the letter consistent with the input from the board to the township. I have not received a response.
Just one last comment, Mr. Mayor. If you could just address the residents about the videotaping that we're going to be doing from now on going forward. That is a new development.
It is good to his word. Trustee Walsh purchased a video camera for us, and it's in the back of the room. We have a public participation ordinance that was passed, I believe in 2012, that basically defines the rules pertaining to videotaping, basically cameras, battery operated and so forth, and we've designated the back part of the room for a number of reasons, safety in a large part. But as of tonight, we have an official videotape of the board meetings, and we'll do so going forward. And Dave will work on, we will have a link to it, a link from our website. So, and also, I'm glad you brought that up, and thank you for purchasing the camera. You know, it occurs to me the regulation that we have in place already, that now that we've made this step and going forward, that I would like to have a discussion on this at a future board meeting in terms of, do we need to tighten up the regulation on the videotaping? Obviously, we're not intending to prohibit it in any manner. I understand some other towns have just cameras in general, prohibitions on flash photography, for example, floodlights, things like that. So that may, it's not a problem, has not been a problem, and we hope it never becomes a problem, but to the extent that we can foresee that it could be an issue, I would like us to at least have a discussion and see what we want to do. Okay. Any other matters? Mr. Metz.
I'd like to also thank Trustee Walsh for the camera, but I'd also like to thank Trustee Hinshaw and Mrs. Metz for initiating videotaping the meetings. It was long overdue.
You're welcome.
Anything else? Mr. O'Loughlin.
When we renegotiate with Comcast, I was wondering if there was any thought given to putting these meetings on our cable channel, as Western Springs does now. I'm not sure how they go about it, but I'm sure you could at least include that in the discussions with Comcast, so that our residents could sit at home and watch them to be more informed. I know I've heard stories of you know, the parents of the trustees sitting at home going, oh, there's my daughter, that kind of thing. And this is in Western Springs, but you know.
And then I think they could replay them.
Yeah, over and over again. It could be on a loop.
Every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be something we discuss about the regulation, you know, that certainly would be an opportunity, and unfortunately, that only applies to the Comcast subscribers, and obviously, if you want to see that, you have to subscribe there. There's
But then there's you.
other alternative delivery systems, so try to take that into account. Mr. Reynolds?
Mr. Mayor, I understand what you mentioned about that you would take this under consideration at another date, but I would like to make a comment that if there's going to be videotaping of our council meetings, that there be one source that would videotape this. We would need to maintain the integrity of the tape, and we would also have to have adequate storage and where they are kept. Certainly if we allow anybody to come in and start taping in our meetings, these things can be subject to being edited. And sometimes things could wind up on YouTube that would not be correct and accurate. So I think that we should be very cautious in how we proceed with regard to videotaping any of these proceedings, and that we take steps that certainly we want to be opened, and we would allow for it, but I think we have to take proper steps insofar as the manner in which we're going to allow this to proceed. And I think it has to be overseen by the village authorities. It's very important.
I'd like to respond that according to the open meetings governance, anybody can videotape a public meeting. And so, you know, there are restrictions, there are limitations to what you can do and how you do it, but it cannot be restricted whether or not you videotape a public meeting.
The minutes of the meeting could be manipulated as well. And not everything that has been said at meetings has always been recorded.
I'm sorry, what was your, at the very beginning, I missed it, about the minutes?
The
I
minutes.
said the minutes could be manipulated as well. They're not always an accurate reflection of everything that happens. I don't know if they're inaccurate, but they don't always include everything.
The minutes, correct, the minutes are not a verbatim transcript of every word said. It's just, it has to be a basically a summary of what transpired.
Rich, I had one quick comment. Chris said that I was responsible for taping. I just want to, for the record, say that it was my 12-year-old son, Garrett, that wanted to videotape the meeting.
Thank you, Garrett.
Okay. Anything else? Hearing none, then the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Waller,
Second.
second by trustee Hinshaw. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.